What up, freaks? Rudy Fruity here with a guide to help you with the daily tasks in Azur Lane. Azur Lane has many different gameplay modes and resources to interact with. It can be easy to feel a bit overwhelmed. You may find yourself asking, what do I do? So this guide is to help you identify which daily tasks you should prioritize in Azur Lane. I'm going to advise you on how to get the most out of your daily rewards and give you an idea about the general gameplay flow. This is like how to get the most out of doing the least. Kinda get it? Hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's begin by the first thing, which is finishing hard mode. So among the most important tasks to take care of is completing at least one hard mode level playthrough. You are given 3 opportunities to clear a hard mode stage every day. Doing each will reward you with core data, which can be used to purchase many useful things. The one reward I want to emphasize most, however, is the wisdom cube you get for completing at least one hard mode stage. As you may know, wisdom cubes are used to acquire new ships, and if you want to make sure you can get every limited ship when an event rolls around, you're going to want to have a healthy stack of cubes. You also get more core data the higher level the difficulty of the stage, so make sure to do those story stages and do those hard mode stages, like grind them out, push through, so you could progress through the hard mode stages and get those better rewards. Next thing to go over is filling out commissions. Commissions are those thingies that get cleared over time as long as you have the appropriate ships to initiate the commission. You can do any number of these so long as time permits throughout the day, but I'd say to get the most out of the least amount done, if you don't plan on playing much of the game for a day, is to do the 4 commissions you get in the evening. I think it's the same with every server, but at a certain point, usually in the evening, you'll be given 4 commissions that take 6 hours to clear. I like to set those up before I go to sleep so that way they'll be ready for me when I collect them the next day. The next thing to go over is doing raids. Raids are pretty freaking important. You're going to be getting cog chips, skill books, upgrade parts, guild boxes, and more from doing these. After you have cleared a specific level of difficulty for a type of raid, you'll earn the option to quickly clear it. That means you won't even have to actually play the game mode to get the rewards. You get more rewards the higher the difficulty of the raid, so be sure to take some extra time at some point to grind a bit so you can earn more rewards from raids. And by grinding, I mean to grind your commander level. Grinding your commander level will raise it and then unlock higher difficulty raids. So take some time to raise your commander level. A good way to do that is clearing high level story mode missions. So there you go. So the next thing I want to go over is the Cattery. The Cattery is where you're going to be getting your little feline friends that give your fleets a little extra boost. You're given 1 cat box of varying rarity for free a day, so make sure you grab your free cat. I'm not going to talk about like what cats are good, which ones aren't, and which ones you should keep, because that's a whole topic in and of itself. And I don't even know much about that, to be honest. So who knows, maybe I'll do some research and make a video out of that in the future. But yes, just to make sure every day get your 1 cat box for free. So the next thing to go over is restocking your dorm supply. You should always restock your dorm stacks every day. Ships in your dorm will gain XP as well as morale. When the ship's morale is high enough, your ship will gain an extra amount of experience when they sortie. Some extra advice: only restock the stacks with the food you can buy with oil. Do not spend gems on snacks. If you're going to spend gems on stuff for the dorm, it should be the dorm space and unlocking the 2nd floor. By the way, the 2nd floor does not grant an experience boost, but just the morale boost. By that I mean, they won't gain experience points by being in the dorm on the 2nd floor. Just the morale boost. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about what ships to place on what specific floor in the dorm. The next aspect you should think about every day when you play Azur Lane is the Skill Academy. Depending on the size of books you use, you can use multiple in one day, as long as time permits. If you're planning on playing quite a bit that day, you should use smaller ones, as you will likely be checking on the skill book progress throughout the day. Otherwise, just slap the biggest book you have for the skill you want to improve and replace that once a day. Oil and coins. You need to remember that your oil and coins replenish over time in your merchant and canteen sections. Use those to top yourself off every day on those necessary supplies. I mentioned that here as like a friendly reminder because, you do all this stuff, that might slip your mind sometimes. Just make sure to keep yourself maxed up. Next, and probably the most important, in my mind, is your daily light construction. It's really important to do this every day, is to build one ship from the light construction pool a day. It costs 1 wisdom cube and 600 coins, but you gain 1 wisdom cube as your reward in your daily missions for building one ship a day. You want to stick with building from the light construction because it helps you increase your stock of cubes as long as you're doing the rest of the daily tasks, while also obtaining new ships every day. And there were some really good ships from the light construction pool, such as Sirius and Noshiro. Really, only pull once a day. That is how you're going to grow your ship collection while growing your cube count for those events, and that is when you spend your cubes. Lastly, I want to talk about Operation Siren. While it's not something I would say is vitally important for most players to do every day, I will mention that you can get a reward from winning one battle in that game mode. It's not a very substantial reward, but it helps with the end game content for sure. I would really recommend settling down to clear the content of Operation Siren at some point though, as you could get some of the best gear in the game. And that's all for what I would recommend for you to do in your daily tasks. And I just went over what the minimum amount of tasks are for the day. If you want to increase your commander level, you'll want to grind those story missions. If you want the best gear in the game, you're going to have to grind Operation Siren. This is just a list of things that will ensure you can steadily increase your cube count and other resources for the big events when they come. I hope this guide has given you some idea of the daily gameplay flow of Azur Lane, and that you can prepare your stash of cubes for those event exclusive ships. I really appreciate you stopping by and watching the video. Like and subscribe if you want more Azur Lane content from me, and I hope to see you again. Take care until next time. Oh gosh, I forgot to mention exercises. Make sure you do at least one exercise a day, or clear out all 10 that you could do a day. You get free XP. It doesn't decrease your ship's morale. It doesn't cost oil, and you could use the rewards you get from it to get some extra bullets. They come in clutch sometimes. Can't believe I forgot to mention that in the actual script, but here it is at the end. But yeah, hope this video has helped. Like and subscribe. You're the best. Until next time. Bye-bye. It costs 1 wisdom cube and 600 cube. Bleh. It costs 1 wisdom cube and 600. God damn it, cars outside.